check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 lift it up, then they bust it open, lift it up, yeah. Come on, lift it up, then they bust it open for your B-O-Y. For your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, blaze, so you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Sorry about that. Y'all get on in here. Honey, get on in here. We got a little show going on. It's not going to be a long show because I got some stuff to do. But I did want to get on here and say hey to y'all. I hadn't talked to y'all yesterday, so I did want to come on here. And I had a few things that I saw online that I wanted to discuss. So make sure y'all come in, like the video. If you haven't already, I need everybody to hit the like. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Dollhouse. If you're a returning doll or Don, I'm sorry. Welcome back, okay? So we got a show going on today that I wanted to kind of discuss with y'all. Sorry. It was a few things I saw, and I said, I got to get on here and discuss it. So first of all, we all know Shannon Sharpe is going through a whole bunch of crap with being accused of heinous, horrible things by a little Lily White Clear. We know that's happening. Now his ex, Michelle, who was supposed to be on the tape that leaked, or not tape that leaked, the live that leaked, she has come out. And when I saw Michelle, I was like, sound about right. But we're going to get into that and what she had to say. Also, I want to discuss Claudia Jordan goes in on Porsha, honey. Yes, she did. She went in on Porsha, and rightfully so. We're going to get into that because Porsha around here threatening to be with people's husbands and all that stuff. We'll get into that. And then also I want to get into Jennifer Williams. Y'all know Basketball Wives. Has it come on yet? Maybe I missed it. But either way, Basketball Wives is coming back on. And apparently Evelyn didn't have the best to say about Jennifer marrying that ex-con who allegedly was scamming a bunch of people. And so now Jennifer is speaking out. It's a whole lot going on. Y'all get in here, get the likes up on the video. Michelle is missing a tooth. She is? That's too much. Sorry, I felt like I got something in my mouth. All right. But yeah, y'all, we got to get into that show really quickly. Like I said, it can't be too long because we're entertaining today. I'm not at home. I'm at my old man's house, but he's throwing a cookout. So I got to make sure I'm off here enough to make sure I do, things around here and whatnot. But we got to get, right into the show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to start with, let's get Claudia and Porsha out of the way. Let's get Jennifer Williams and Evelyn out of the way first. So apparently, as we know, Jennifer Williams is married to her new husband, light-skinned dude who was allegedly accused of allegedly scamming a bunch of people, basically telling them that he's going to take their money, invest the money, and then when it turns back around, these people not seeing no profit, he done took the money and went around there and spent it on doggone Jennifer and things of that nature. Allegedly. They done spent the money everywhere but on the people. But either way it goes, as we know, the show's coming back out, or if it's already out, and Jennifer was asked a question about Evelyn. Now, we all know one thing about Evelyn and Jennifer. They've been friends for scolds and blows for years and years and years. But at the end of the day, it's been more of a one-sided relationship. It seems to me Jennifer has given more than she's gotten from Evelyn, and, and the same on the other side. And I feel like it was nothing for them to break up because of this, because obviously they beefed so much in the past. But I find it odd that Jennifer marrying this guy would be the thing to break them up or make them not have a conversation, because Jennifer has done way stupider things and Evelyn has done way stupider things. I don't know if it's Jennifer being so far gone behind this dude. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, Christian. I don't know if she's going too far behind him and everybody see it, and everybody who try to tell her something, she just like blocking them down. Or if Evelyn just straight up hating, dry hating because she over there by herself. Who knows? Either way, they beefed out right now, and we got to get into it. Now, according to the Neighborhood Talk, it says Jennifer Williams isn't here for any relationship advice from her frenemy, Evelyn Lozada. She's never really been married. Ooh, never been in a successful marriage. Ooh, and she is not the one to give advice to anyone. Wow. So Jennifer going in. Now, this is Jackie taping this. I don't know if this is something that's going to be on the show. I don't know what this is, but whatever it is, Jackie Christie is taping it. And we're going to get kind of like a sneak peek at what she had to say, talking about Jennifer, about Evelyn, her so-called ex-best friend now, I guess. Let's get into it.
That is in everybody's business, but doesn't want to talk about what's going on in her house. And, you know, happy hoes ain't hating.
Happy hoes ain't hating. That's going online somewhere. So did you feel that Evelyn was, what do you feel was the motivation, or at least in this first episode, I haven't seen the rest of the season, what do you think was her motivation to make everybody be concerned or overly concerned about your choice to get married to your now husband?
Jealousy. I don't know what her concern is, because honestly, I can't speak for her. But my thing is, Evelyn has never been in, well, really, she's never been married. She's never been in a successful marriage. So she is not one to give advice to anyone. You got to sit this out.
Ooh. That's why she's not here.
To the executives in the room, I need to host this reunion. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
That's got to be Jason Lee.
One more question, Jennifer. It seems like you're much more clear and firm and strong about defending yourself in this season and not letting anybody bully you. I haven't seen the rest of the season. I think in the car with your husband, you were talking about they can basically F around and find out, and they're finding out. What changed?
I mean, I think people are used to me being reserved, which I am to a certain point, and I'm not really confrontational, but I am going to protect my man at all costs. So my thing is, I don't give a fuck what you think. It's not your business. You don't gotta fuck him at night. I do. So what's your problem?
Who the hell is that?
That is in everybody's business.
Honey, that'll hold you, Evelyn. That'll hold you, girl. That'll hold you right there. So according to baby, you can tell Jennifer is done. She's tired. Like, we're done. Like, wrap this up by noon. Jennifer feels like, it seems to me, Jennifer feels like, girl, first of all, even if I'm in a jacked up situation, who are you to tell me that I'm in one or not when you haven't seen any success? Her talking about not being married or having a successful marriage, I was like, oh, that one hit a little hard. But I think what stood out to me the most was that Jennifer sat up there and was like, because I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect my man. I'm a person who believes that a man should protect a woman, and there's a certain level of protection that's different that comes from a woman to a man. So I do believe that. But that should not be your number one thing. His number one thing should be to protect you, not the opposite way around. But ultimately, she's married. What the people say, you're supposed to cling to your husband and leave everybody else around. So I guess she clinging to her husband now. They've been married longer than I thought they would. I thought he'd have been to prison by now, and he really was. But it was kind of like you come in, do your time, and go on home. So he done went back. But I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on with the lawsuit. I know they got a bunch of women who's suing him for the money through the scamming with the investment thing and all of this. But Jennifer is one of those women you have to let you got to let her head bang the concrete. Like, you can't just warn her hey girl, you might not want to do that. Your head gonna hit the concrete and it's gonna hurt. Jennifer is the person who head gotta get banged constantly. You gotta let Jennifer. Now she said happy hoes ain't hating. And I want to say behind her, hating hoes ain't happy. You feel what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think that Jennifer's finally standing up, taking a stand behind her husband. I don't think it's gonna last. But if it does, then good for Jennifer. But at the end of the day, honey, her and Evelyn gonna really get into it. And Evelyn cuts deep when she gets into it with Jennifer. She cuts real, real deep. But it is what it is. I guess that's some type of women who just got to have a man in her life. I'm not one of those girls, so I don't understand it. And I have a man, but I'm not one of those girls who feel like if I don't have one, I'm going to lose my mind. Girl, you know how much stuff I could be doing, child. But I guess, again, it's what your goals are and what you care about. And it seems to me Jennifer's number one priority is her husband. And honestly, as a married couple, I have nothing to say about that, but I will say this. Although Evelyn is not the right messenger, the message is still right, girl. You have bumped your head. Jennifer, you have literally bumped your head. But we'll discuss it at another time, honey. We'll discuss it at another time. Y'all get up in here and get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Y'all get the likes up. I want to move to... Wait, before I move, because I feel like the show's going by pretty fast. I guess I'm too used to doing bigger shows, like longer shows, not bigger, but longer shows. I wanted to share something with you guys really quickly. This was a random note right here, but let me start by saying I hate relationship people. I hate relationship channels. I hate people who tell you they can show you how to be in a relationship. And I hate it. I hate everything about it. But sometimes I come across some of these dudes with these podcasts and I be listening to sometimes. And this time I listen to this and there's some truth in it. And I know a lot of people are not going to feel like it is, but I want y'all to hear what this guy had to say. And I'm not saying everything he's saying is 100% true, but what I'm saying is there's some truth in what he's saying. Y'all check it out.
A lot of heterosexual men don't like women for real. They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs. Mm-hmm. So then when we get into why a lot of men womanize, or why it's just they're minimizing a woman based off of who she slept with or who she potentially can sleep for, because it's like you haven't gained the appreciation of the wholeness of a woman yet and what that wholeness of a woman can bring to your life. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we'll talk about strength and we'll say men are stronger than women, but that's because we value physical strength. We're not talking about emotional strength, spiritual strength. Yeah. We're not talking about the type of strength that can run a household. And we're not putting that same type of weight. And what I would encourage, and this was the shift that I had to do, is I had to start liking the wholeness of a woman outside of sex. And then when you do that, now you appreciate the things a complete woman can bring to your life. When we talk about the Bible talks about finding a capable wife, right? That capable wife, that person that if you was to stumble, can pick up the ball and start running. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of men that have just a wife because they was only concerned about what she can do in the bed. Yeah. And so what I'm just encouraging men to do is just like, and it's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good. But if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is going to happen with your family? And so I just encourage men to be, I'm not going to say more because that's unrealistic to a lot of men, but as attracted to what she brings as a feminine energy to your life outside of just what you're doing in between. Check this out. A lot of heterosexual men don't like women.
All right, I played this because a lot of the things he was saying is true. Some things I would say, okay, maybe curtail a little bit. Like for instance, when he spoke about how men only see value in women as far as what they can see, what meaning in the bed or something like that. I'm not gonna lie, he's absolutely right. And I want us as women to start trying to give a little bit more, like make them care about your personality. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, he's right. With the culture that we have through music and all that stuff, they basically devalue the value of a woman. They do. I think it's up to us, though. I think we can change it, though, as Black women. We can, but we have to be the change. Everything ain't about twerk and everything about this, that, and the third. But again, if you're interested in it, I think the part that stuck out to me the most was when he said a lot of these men don't like women. They're just attracted to what they can do in the bed. That was the part that got my attention. And he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. See, I don't mess with the young men. All my men is old. So I don't have this to worry about, but I'm just saying we got to start looking for a little substance, okay? Now let's move on. I want to get into let's get into the Shannon Sharpe tease, honey. So Shannon Sharpe has been accused, you guys, of obviously the sodomy with the clear girl, the little clear girl, the 19, 20, 21, however old she was. She accused him of sodomizing her and R-wording her and essay and all these other things. And it looks like she's even going to try to go as far as say physical abuse and stuff like that. So the thing about Shannon Sharpe is Shannon Sharpe already had the rumors about him being a little loose-wristed, and that's with the guy Hollywood. Hollywood is his ex-stylist. I didn't even know he had fired him until recently. Well, fast forward from Shannon Sharpe with the ex-Hollywood thing, all of a sudden this Shannon Sharpe makes a mistake and go live on Instagram. And when he went live on the Instagram, he leaked the fact that him and somebody named Michelle was. That's enough. That's too much if you ask me. But anyway, so yeah. So the tape release or the live goes live and he comes out and apologizes. He's doing these ED commercials. Fast forward, the young clear girl came out and said all these other things that she's claiming that he did. Boom, boom, boom. And now the Michelle X comes out. Now, Michelle is supposed to be allegedly the woman who the fake live went out about. Like she was the one in the video who he was with, allegedly. But she came out and she's starting to talk about how basically he's a horrible person. He's abusive. He's angry. He's strong. All these horrible things. And immediately, the first thing I thought to myself was, oh, they about to Cosby this nigga. Yeah, they about to Cosby him. They about to get a whole bunch of women to just fall up out of the closet and talk about all these times where they felt like they were being abused, even though they really wasn't abused, but it don't matter because I felt it, so it's so. I said, dago. This is the first other woman who came out. Is this a different Michelle? Pure Joy said that's a different Michelle. I heard that was the same her. I don't know. This is Michelle. If y'all want to see an older picture of Michelle used to be cute. I ain't gonna lie. This is just her today. She's getting old. But let me go see if I can find an older picture. She was decent. Hold on. Huh? You gonna be making noise? All right, I'm coming. I want to show y'all an older picture of Michelle. Here she go. So this is what she used to look like, I guess. Now, I don't know if this helps. But this is what she used to look like. Now, she was married when she was with Shannon, okay? But Shannon, according to her, Shannon wanted her to leave her husband and come be with him. But then she said she almost tried to unalive the husband. It was a whole lot going on. Okay? They said don't help. Let's get right into this thing right here really quickly. Where was I? Oh, I was on Instagram. Let's get into what Michelle has to add to the story later on. It says one of Shannon Sharpe's accusers, Michelle Bundy Evans, opened up in an interview at The Sun about the sexual assault allegations she made against him in her lawsuit. Evans detailed how she was previously dating the man who later became her husband and living in Atlanta near the club Shay Shay hosts, and Sharpe allegedly pressured her to leave her then boyfriend. Hold on. It goes on to say, however, Evans claims the football legend wasn't being faithful. We had an argument about the fact that he had removed one girl from his Atlanta house and put another girl in his house, but he didn't tell me, she explained. As we previously reported, Evans filed a lawsuit in December 2023, alleging that the two got into an explosive fight. She also claimed he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me, and he wanted to have sex And I told him, no, those words are very triggering and they're put there on purpose. And when I say words, they say explosive fight. They say he was controlling, domineering, and manhandling. They're trying to bury him. I'm telling you. It says, like I said, she said he was manhandling me and he wanted to have sex. And I told him, no, this is another R case. While explaining the alleged SA, she recalled, I said no, and I said no. And so it was the hardest. She says, yeah, this is too hard. Visibly shaken and upset, she recalled the alleged incident. Child, she out here saying that he R-worded her, for lack of better terms. Let's get into it.
He had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So it was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no, because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth. And after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle.
I'm going to ask something that might be a little sensitive or might sound insensitive, I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and ask it because it's a question that I'm sure people are wondering. Why didn't you file a police report when he raped you?
Because I was scared for my life. He said he would use it. Everybody he knows, and he knows lots of police officers. So I didn't know that if I went down there, that would be one of the people that he knows. He had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive.
Baby, let me tell you something. This ain't what I think. This is what I know. I don't know who Shannon jacked off. I don't know who you made mad. I don't know what happened, but Shannon, they on your ass. Shannon said he resigned or temporarily stepped back from ESPN till they figure this out. Shannon ain't coming back. Shannon ain't coming back. Now you got 2 R cases between the young girl who he was caught with BDSM and this woman right here, because what she's describing is R word, okay? That's what she's describing. I told him no. He said it didn't matter or he didn't care and he blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's R word. That's R wording. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. But whoever Shannon teaked off, and again, like I told y'all, it could be so many people because all those people Cat Williams had mad on that interview, you never know. Or it could be some behind the scenes stuff going on, you never know. But when I seen this middle-aged, older-looking crypt-keeping woman come on here and talk about he done R-worded her, I said, oh yeah, he on his way out. I say he on his way out the door. Period, point blank. Like, don't pass go, don't collect $200. These words that they're using are too triggering for you to not see what the play is. They're doing this on purpose. Those trigger words, domineering, manhandle, all those are trigger words for people to react. Okay? They are not crazy with what they talking about or how they wording this stuff. Lashes Pure Organic Tea, thank you for being a member for 11 months. She says, hey, boo, my fave. Hey, beautiful, how are you? Thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. I appreciate you and everybody in the chat too. Shout out to the members in the chat. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, the Michelle he went live with isn't the big, fat, nasty, greasy. That's a different one. Send me her. Because she said she was the ex, huh? That's what she said. We'll see though, but either way, and thank you so much for the super chat, Pure Joy. Either way, let me say this. Though. Shannon is on his way out the door. He on his way out the door. The things that they're accusing Shannon of, he did better beating the girl than doing what they're accusing him of. If he did it, he'd do better beating the women than what just happened. But neither here nor there. At the end of the day, this is woman number 3, 2 or 3. I want to say 3, but this is woman number 3 because I think it was somebody who worked with him said that there was some other stuff, not sexually related, but you know what I mean? Like there was some other stuff where he was being mean at the job or whatever the case may be. Y'all, we need to just keep our eyes on this and see how it goes. But at the end of the day, girl, Shannon, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. Now let's get into the other topic I wanted to talk about, which is Claudia Jordan versus Porsha. Now I don't know if I talked about it on this channel. I talked about it on the other channel. I saw, and I'm gonna go here and show it to you. I saw the clip because I haven't watched the episode yet, but I saw the clip of Porsha running around here saying that she was gonna screw Charles Oakley, and Charles Oakley is married to Angela Oakley, who's in the same house with her at the time when this is said. I'm gonna be completely honest. Porsha is a slut, a whore, and that's why she's in the position that she's in. Period, point blank. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing wrong with being yourself, having fun, even being freely sexually. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But there's a deep issue on the inside parts of Porsha for Porsha to make that comment about that lady husband, period, let alone with the lady in the house. She is a dirty, rotten scoundrel, if you ask me. And that's why she's so beautiful, but have the horrible life that sometimes it seems she have. She is just disgusting. And Angela, like I said on the other channel, you a whole hoe out here too, because the way I'd have got to commence the dragging on Porsha, she wouldn't have made it. What you mean? Oh, because if Porsha says she gonna sleep with your man, believe her. She ain't talking about my man. She talking about yours, Ange. You need to be the one believing her, dummy. And from what I hear, they do say Charles be outside now with his cream of wheat looking to himself. They say he be outside. Now, I don't know if it's true, but at the end of the day, given the cards you have been dealt, you really should have got the dragon and commenced the dragon on Porsha. And it makes me go on to believe, like I thought from the beginning, the whole Simon situation, she went behind failing back and took that lady husband. Period, point blank. Period. Because it's in her. It ain't on her, it's in her. So then, like I say, Angela had came out. This Angela, this is Charles Oakley's wife. She's on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she had came out and basically acknowledged that she heard that someone told her. Kelly confirmed that Porsha actually said it. Porsha got on here talking about anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything. You too old for that. What Porsha did and said was dead wrong. I think I have a little clip. I want to say I have a clip of Porsha saying it. Hold on. That's Kelly admitting it. That's what's his name asking about it. I want to say I don't have the actual clip. I thought I did though. This is Angela after she heard about it.
better listen when Porsha says she want to your husband, because as history has shown us, she will your husband. You better listen when Porsha says she want to your husband, because
we don't need to listen. You need to listen. Like, this is crazy. So anyway, this is Porsha's response when they asked her, when Andy Cohen asked her, did she say it? Let's get into it since we're already here.
Good time, except for Miss Oakley, who feels that you said that you should F her husband.
Oh.
Did you say that?
Miss Inspector Gadget?
Yes.
First of all, my public apologies. But I don't know anything that happened.
Okay, it was the Henny. It was the Henny.
It was a late night
You don't know
Kiki.
anything.
I don't know anything. It was a late night Kiki, and she wasn't supposed to hear that. It was.
She wasn't.
Everybody was spilling tea.
Yes.
As you can hear, as you can see, everybody was spilling tea.
Well, speaking of a good time,
Porsha ain't worth a dime.
Y'all ended the episode.
Porsha ain't worth a dime, and this is Kelly admitting it.
Now, before she sleeps with her husband, you actually were the one to expose it a little bit, no?
I mean, you know.
I mean, Angela heard it.
Angela heard it.
Yeah.
I mean, Angela heard it. I didn't expose anything. I mean, everybody heard it.
But you co-signed the fact that...
She said it.
She said it.
I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
You know.
So what do you think about those comments?
I mean, hide your husbands, hide your wives.
Y'all giving Porsha too much Lance and Rome on. Girl, ain't no way I would have heard her say that about my husband. There's no way possible I would have heard. I didn't realize until just now. Kelly said Angela heard her. Girl, are you okay? Are you okay? So you said it loud enough for the girl could hear you? Y'all letting Porsha do too much around y'all, and I don't like it.
That's all I can tell you.
Do you feel like your opinion has changed on Porsha?
Let me say this. I can say, being a woman that went through a very nasty, traumatizing divorce process, I feel bad for Porsha. You know, at the end of the day, I would not wish divorce on anyone.
Right.
And I know that it is very difficult mentally, physically, financially to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that, you know, no matter what our differences is with, you know, how she gets her husband or whatever the case may be, I still feel sorry for her in regards to her going through that process, you know. But
so if her next wedding is Charles Oakley, would you attend?
Now.
Would you attend?
What is happening?
I'm just saying, you never know.
No, I would never. I think that's crazy.
Like I said before, she'd definitely be at the wedding. But this is what all happened over this wedding. I mean, at the last episode, Porsha basically made a comment that she was smashed on Charles Oakley, which is Angela's husband, and Angela heard her say it out of her own ears. Neither here nor there. So then, boom, fast forward. Now, mind you, she has an issue. Porsha cannot stand the idea that Drew is working with her baby daddy, Dennis, who they say passing out hot dogs all up and down Peachtree Circle. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, I told y'all the reason Porsha is insecure about that situation is because Porsha knows what she does to people's man when she's around a man. You see what I'm saying? So Portia's projecting her situation onto Drew, if you ask me, by trying to make it seem like her and Drew got, well, yeah, they beefing because Drew working with her baby daddy. Well, Claudia Jordan, she pops in. You know she over there doing the show. That Funky Dineva was over there acting like he wanted back. You know, Claudia over there with Carlos King, and I forget the other gentleman name, but Claudia over there with Carlos King doing the Fox Soul tease. And neither here nor there. So Porsha, I'm not sorry, not Porsha. Claudia is over there talking about the Porsha situation and basically says that she went off on Porsha saying you can't be mad at Drew filming with your baby daddy while you made a threat to F another cast member's husband. And this is what she had to say, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. She said you can't have it both ways. And I'm with Claudia. I'm with Clawfoot on this one. Let's get into it.
You can't be mad about Drew filming with your baby daddy while you made a threat to fuck a cast member's husband. Mm-hmm. You can't have it both ways. And you've been throwing shade about Charles Oakley a little bit earlier too, so that made it worse.
Oh yeah, at the bank when they were at Angela's dinner. That was Angela's dinner where she said that. She went down with Britta Kenya, right?
Yes. Now, if Angela would have acted the way Porsha used to act, she would have dragged her and had a physical altercation with her already, but she's not. And she would be within her rights to do something like that. If I'm going to show in some girl that I'm not that cool with, talked about she better be kept by fuck her husband, I'm going to fuck you up. And that's all there is to it. There got to be 2 motherfuckers kicked off the show, not one, because ain't no way we want to talk about fucking mine and then say, oh, it was a joke. And then you're mad about this girl for filming it with her real producer.
But it's what she said. Mm-hmm. It's not the fact, this reputation, the stigma attached to your name. You already know, especially when it comes to other women that you're on the show with, it's not a good look. And I think she just got caught up. You know what I'm saying?
And your biggest moment on this episode was Angela overhearing you talking about fucking her husband. And someone who already has this reputation, you sure are not doing a good job of digging yourself, of changing the narrative about you. I clocked T back in season 7. People thought I was a hater. It ended up being true. You had the thing with Fallon. You're at this girl's house. Whatever the relationship was, you did take the man. Okay, whatever. He, of course, was a willing participant. If you want to get away from this narrative, you don't use, oh, I was drunk, and then talk about a cast member who is married. I should go fuck her husband. In no world is that cool. I don't care if you like her or you don't. That is not cool, Porsha. And the way you are so angry at Drew for filming scenes, not fucking, not talking about fucking. She ain't even flirting with your baby dad. She's making it very clear he's a light. We're working together. I'm not even worried about him. The way you
this reputation, the stigma attached
to him, the way you're so angry about that, and then the way, you know, you want all this grace for, oh, I was just drunk. The math ain't mathing, and I think you're making a fool out of yourself, honestly. I'll say it again. You are funny, Porsha. Back when we were friends, I remember texting you, like, when you got Dish Nation, you are funny. This is good for you. When we see that about you, we love that Porsha. That is a Porsha that is fun and we want to watch on television. All this moody, mood swinging, not going to talk stuff. That's okay. Do it if you want to, but you are snooze fest in this. And Porsha, haven't you learned your lesson with hot mics after the whole Bolo? I remind y'all of that situation where they was on a trip and I remember hearing about there was a mic and catching some stuff that was going on. Like, you know better. You're a veteran in this reality game. You've been in reality television for a long time. And it's too many years for you to just be like, well, I was drunk. No, a drunk mouth. What is it? A drunk mouth.
treats a sober mind. Yeah.
Him. The way
Claudia clocked her all the way down to the ground. Claudia clocked her. At the end of the day, like I told y'all, Porsha is projecting. And she don't have nothing to bring to the show. I don't want to even see her beef with Drew at this point. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everything that people thought about Porsha after that slip up on the hot mic tells us that we were right with whatever we thought originally. Porsha is a whore. And that's probably why, like I say, she have trouble finding love, because you reap what you sow, you get what you give. What goes around comes around. And she has this thing where she wants other people's lives. And to be completely honest, I don't know how her and Shamia are friends, because she can't be trusted. Porsha seemed like the type of girl that when Shamia turned her head, she looking her up and down. You see what I'm saying? Her saying that about Angela Oakley's husband, Charles, was jacked up, wrong, 1,000% out of the way. She should have been checked immediately. Immediately. You see what I'm saying? But nobody wants to say that because everybody likes Porsha. But at the end of the day, Porsha was dead wrong. And I'm with Claudia on everything she said. Claudia is absolutely right. Girl, you're not bringing nothing to the show. And what you did was 1,000% wrong. You should be, you should have been dealt with, because I know I would have. I think somebody said Porsha knew it was a hot mic. I think it was deliberate. I'm starting to think it was deliberate too. I think that's what Porsha does. Porsha goes around and see who all she can take. But she was right. I think there's another video. Hold on. So there's another video. They were talking about how Porsha already knew about Drew working with Dennis and how this is Angela Oakley. Angela Oakley was talking about how this is all a whole bunch of cap for the show. Porsha already knew Drew was working with Dennis. It's just the reason to have something to say. Whoop de whoop. Now, this is Angela Oakley. This is the husband's or the woman whose husband Porsha said she was going to smash.
That I know there's a lot that goes on that we don't see. It made it seem like Drew did it in a sneakier kind of way, you know, where, because I can't tell if she did tell Porsha ahead of time or didn't. Like, it's not really clear.
So my understanding, Porsha was aware they were working together. Dennis invited her to her birthday party. Porsha was aware. You know, when she was aware, I don't know. When she became aware, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know when exactly, but she knew. So it wasn't like.
Did Angela lighten her skin? Is it me? Angela giving Michael Jackson tease by the face. What's going on? Is it me? Her face look lighter than her arms. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. Let her finish.
Like, and then she kept kicking the can down. I was like, okay, so what are you mad about? Are you mad about her working with Dennis? Are you mad about this photo shoot? I was just lost.
Right.
And my wig was like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So
like I said, I know there's a lot that goes on that we don't see. It made it seem like Drew did it in a sneaky.
It's giving facelift tease. It's me? Okay, they say it's me. Either way, Angela is out here confirming that Porsha already knew about the Drew situation and that it was all cap for the TV. Let me tell you something. I told y'all these reality TVs aren't necessarily scripted per se, but they have a lot of say on what goes and what don't. Okay? But at the end of the day, Porsha, how dare you feel some type of way about the Drew situation when you actively still trying to collect people's husbands? Porsha out of pocket. Porsha wrong, she out of pocket. And honestly, she would never be my friend. She would never be my girl. I don't even trust you. You could never be my friend. But shout out to the ones who allowed Porsha with the BS because it couldn't be me. Y'all, I have to get off of here. I know it's a shorter live. It's only 45 minutes. It'll probably be by the time I get off of here. But I got some stuff to do around the crib. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Angela, thank you for the super chat. Says Porsha will be flirting with Ralph in an upcoming EP. Of course, because that's what she does. Of course, that's what she does. But you guys, I have to get off of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to everybody for being in the building. I will catch y'all tomorrow on a live or maybe put some pre-recorded content out. But I got to get off of here. Love y'all down to the ground. I'm about to Joe y'all out. Make sure y'all check out me on other social media platforms and like the video if you haven't already. Peace.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up, then they bust it open, lift it up, yeah. Come on, lift it up, then they bust it open for your B-O-Y. For your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not. Come on, Blaze, so you know. Drop me a nasty beat.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk. Who did all this?
The nigga you just had up here.